Hello, everyone. How you doing out there? I know this is a very trying time for all of us, and I wanted to just go live and be of some help, be of some service. I know you saw the title card prior. This is a weekly live stream show where I go live, excuse me, and answer questions. I'm a personal branding coach, executive career coach. I bring over 28 plus years of experience of eat, sleeping, and breathing, language, words, communication, mindset, and messaging. I run an agency where I help businesses and individuals build standout personal brands so they can earn more, grow faster, and stress less. And this is a weekly show that I do. It's a live AMA, Ask Me Anything. If you need help with anything, your online reputation, your online brand, your online presence, business, communications, mindset, or if you just want somebody to talk to, just somebody to hang with, I know this is a very, very unprecedented, doesn't even really describe it. It's just an insane time right now. And I just wanted to go live and offer any kind of help that I can. So if you have anything that you'd like to, if you have anything that you'd like to add or anything that you'd like to ask me, please feel free to ask me. Let me go see if we are live here on, let's see. Yes, it looks like we are. Okay, fantastic. Hey, how you guys doing on LinkedIn? Good to see you. And I'm going to be checking out the comments and make sure that you share this out because sharing is caring. I don't look my best, obviously, today, and I usually only go live, maybe once a week, sometimes once every couple of weeks. But I feel now it is my duty, it is my responsibility, it is my obligation to, I don't know, that's just what I do. And it's not even Pollyanna or look at me, I'm Mother Teresa. I just love to be of assistance. I feel weird. I feel I feel almost useless if I'm not offering some type of help out there. So it really means a lot to me. Hey, good to see you, Catherine. Good to see you, Antonio. Fantastic. Amy is in the house. Good to see you guys. Let me know where you're joining me from. Let me know how you're doing. And let me know if the broadcast is coming in okay, because I know that there is a lot of congestion out there. And I know that this can be definitely something. It's very difficult right now to get really some good. I'm going to actually kind of test. Just bear with me. I'm just kind of testing to see how this is coming through. I actually just got, being a live stream podcaster, one of the biggest assets that you have for your business and for your brand is a really, really good connection. And I tell this to my clients all the time too. I say, make sure that you have a really good connection. Otherwise, especially with video conferencing, especially with, now everybody and their mother is working remotely. If you don't have a good connection now, you're in trouble. And so I'm hardwired. And the last time I went live, which was, I believe, Thursday or Wednesday, I can't remember. I had a lot of complications because there's a lot of congestion out there. Have you had any problems? Have you had any issues with your live streams or with your connection, your internet connection? The kids are home. Holy macadamia nut! The kids are home all the time now. School's closed. There's bedlam out there, and I just want to help. I want to do everything I can to help as much as possible. And so just let me know if there's any questions that you have, anything that you're facing right now. Let me fix my do that I can help. I just want to help as much as possible. So if you have any questions for me, please leave them in the chat. What I mostly talk about is career coaching, personal branding, getting your mindset right so you can get your message right, because it doesn't matter how many accolades you have. It doesn't matter how many achievements you have. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have, how many certificates you have. If you don't know who you are, there's no way that you can craft a compelling message. And if you can't craft a compelling message, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to know who you are. More importantly, nobody's going to understand you. This is modern communications. What I'm doing right now is just modern communications, period. That's all it is. And so I want to help as much as I can. And let me know where you're joining me from. Dion Speaks, agency owner from Columbia, South Carolina. Tony's in Chicago, Chi-Town. It's so good to see you, Amy. Amy's a client of mine. I'd love to see the community come together, the Nez Nation family. And, having this hashtag here, I just want to be very, very clear. This Nez Nation family, there's a lot of people, even friends of mine, even close friends of mine, colleagues of mine, who treat this thing called modern communications. I call it modern communications, but this medium as a sort of shortcut to real interaction, as a shortcut to real engagement, as a shortcut to real connectiveness. And I vehemently disagree with that. And actually, it doesn't even matter if I agree or disagree with it anyway, because this is something that I think is inevitable. This coronavirus has actually forced us to really take time to understand how we can really be adaptive and malleable and flexible with our communications and the way that we conduct our business. Um, and so this, whether I like it or not, is irrelevant. The point is that this is modern communication. This is the way that it's happening. And this family, this Nez Nation family, our mission statement is bringing more humanness to this digitalness. This is a medium where I have met, worked with, collaborated with, just been blown away by all the amazing human beings, content creators, live streamers, podcasters, business owners, executives, you name it. I mean, coaches, consultants, educators, trainers, our Nez Nation family. I mean, look at the people in the chat right now. We've got such an amazing group of individuals who can come together using these platforms and help each other, support each other, inspire one another, more importantly than anything. And so I really make it a point to, not only does this help your business, not only does this help your brand, not only does this help your career advancement, but this is really, really important in the 21st century, in the sense that without communications, you've got nada, you've got goose egg. You've got to understand this is modern communications. You've got to understand that this is the way the world is evolving. Literally, what's happening right now is living proof. It's just accelerating this. I think there's ways to have substantive, productive, actually powerful conversations, interactions, and engagement. And so you can see the ticker taper down below. I create tons and tons of content, and I think you should too. It doesn't matter if you are a sales executive. It doesn't matter if you are a content creator or a business owner, small, medium, large, a CEO. Everybody should be creating content, especially on platforms like LinkedIn, but also on YouTube, also on Facebook. But it also depends, and we can talk about that if you have any questions. We can talk about that. But let's see here. Okay, fantastic. And so I just want to kind of make sure that I can, let me just do a quick test here. I'm trying to see if I'm live in several places right now. I'm live on YouTube, and it looks like it is going through. Fantastic. Okay. So yeah, so if you have any questions, I'm here to help. So good to see you, Tony. Governor Pritzker mandates shelter in place starting today. Yeah, I think everybody should stay at home. This is not a joke. This is not a drill. Everybody should. I don't think that means that you can't go outside. You can definitely go outside. Me and my family, we've been taking very, very isolated, if you will, bike rides and just trying to be as careful as we can, obviously washing our hands, making sure that we, as soon as we get home, we take our shoes off. We're taking all the necessary precautions, and you should too. So you definitely should too. Fabian, good to see you. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Jordan Thomas in the house. Thank you, sir. Great to see you. Okay, we have a question on LinkedIn. Fantastic. And let me know if you have any other questions. Hey, good to see you on Twitch. We're on YouTube. We're on Twitter. We're on my Facebook business page, Professor Nez. Kaizi2033. Hey, what's this? This is a live stream where and let me just kind of show you really quickly. This is where I go live, usually on LinkedIn, but I'm kind of expanding it due to the circumstances where I just offer my help, a business coach, personal branding coach, executive career coach, business owner, business communications professor. And this is a live AMA. So if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask me. I'm just here to help. That's it. I look like absolute garbage. I didn't put on any, makeup or anything. I felt the need. My wife is right now downstairs. I'm in my home studio office. I don't even have all my lights on. I just had to get on here and try to help as much as possible, and I wanted to. And so, if you have any questions, please let me know. We've got a question right now from Amy. We've got a question right now from Amy. Amy says, what content would a medical sales rep create looking for a job? Oh, this is a beautiful question. Thank you, Amy. I really, really appreciate it. That means a lot to me. So, what I would say, Amy, is this is what I would say to you. And this goes for a lot of people. I think this is going to help a lot of people. Demonstrate the beautiful thing about content, especially video. And you don't need fancy equipment. You don't need a fancy microphone. You don't need fancy anything. The best thing you can do, okay, with creating content is to three-dimensionalize who you are. Your resume is a two-dimensional document. Your transcripts, your accolades, your certificates, your diplomas, your degrees, these are all two-dimensional documents. I'm not saying that they're not powerful. I'm not saying that they're not, I'm not saying that it's not, I'm not diminishing the power of your certificates, the power of your accolades and your achievements. But when you create content, people can actually see, feel, get a taste of your personality, get a taste of who you are, how you communicate, your energy. Don't ever forget this, guys. People don't hire your credentials. People don't buy your credentials. They hire your energy. They purchase your energy. They buy your energy. That's really, really, I'm living proof that this works. I mean, Amy, you're a client of mine. You saw my video. Tell everybody in the chat how effective, or at least how much your decision process was solidified by watching that video and getting a taste of who I am. So to answer your question more specifically, thank you so much, Jordan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you're not enjoying this, you don't have to be a part of this, Leo. So have a good day. I wish you nothing but the best. So here's the best thing that you can do. Boy, you don't think you're going to get trolls on LinkedIn, but you definitely do, I guess. Usually you get trolls on YouTube or Twitch, but sometimes you do. You get them everywhere, and that's okay. So here's what I want to say to you. Amy, this is what you should be doing. You should be creating little 1 to 3 minute videos. Okay. I would say 1 to 3 minute videos on your LinkedIn page. Maybe even, dare I say, I think everybody who's watching, everybody who's listening should, I think for you, Amy, your audience is going to be on LinkedIn for sure. But that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be, creating content in other areas. And that doesn't mean that everybody here shouldn't be buying their domain name immediately. I truly believe everybody should be creating a personal brand. It's super, super powerful, and it works for me. And I'm a business owner, but I'm also somebody who's an educator, a teacher, and just somebody who wants to help. And so your content as a medical sales rep, Amy, to be very, very specific, how can you be valuable? What is it about you that somebody can't pass up? What differentiates you? What are your skills? What are your assets? How can you solve problems? All of your content should be about that. So for example, here's 3 things that you can do with your medical device distribution or network or medical device sales processes. Here's 3 tips that I'm going to share based on my experience on how you can grow your revenue, or how you can expand your network, or how you can achieve more, or XYZ. Solving problems. All of your content should be helping your ideal customer, your ideal audience, solve their needs, not yours. The problem with a lot of content, great to see you, Larry. Great to see you. Ashish is in the house. The problem with a lot of content creators is they create content where it's all self-promotional and it's all about them. It should never be about you. It should always be about how you can solve your ideal customer avatar, aka your ideal audience, your ideal viewer, your ideal client, your ideal employer. Okay, the hiring manager. Demonstrate to them, demonstrate, show, three-dimensionalize yourself. I'm not saying that you have to create video, but there's all sorts of statistics that show that video is the most powerful and the most engaging form of content. Mark Zuckerberg on Facebook, I think, released something by 2021, 89% of content consumed will be video. You have these amazing devices that are in your back pocket that literally, have as much power visually, photographically, cinematically, and even audio-wise. I have the iPhone Pro 11 Max, and I don't use anything else when I'm on the go creating content. I've got a gimbal, and I've got tools in the YouTube description. If you're watching this on YouTube, or if you want to go watch this on YouTube, I'm Professor Nez all over social. Also, with the ticker taper, you can go to professornez.com/live streams. And all of these questions, Amy and everybody watching, will be answered more in depth because I've got videos on literally every question you can ask me. Why? I'll tell you why. Because I create content that serves my audience. I create content based on your questions, based on your challenges, based on your pain points, based on obstacles that you're facing in your career, with your mindset, with your brand. That's how you create content. That's how you be of value. That's how you grow. That's how you make the money. Extremely, extremely important. Construction cronies in the house. So good to see you, CK. How are you? I know you had a live stream not that long ago. Fantastic to see you, CK. How are you doing today on YouTube? Great to see you. So, Amy, for you, especially you, who has such a great persona, great energy, you come across so photogenically. This would be a perfect piece of content. And if you want to try to find out content ideas, again, go check out professornez.com/live stream for more in-depth answers to these questions. But literally it all boils down to this: is go to do an autopsy, literally dissect who your ideal audience is. If it's a hiring manager at a big, medical healthcare infrastructure organization or company, find out what are those people. What is the headache? You need to solve people's headaches. The only reason people want to hire you is because they have a headache. They're not enamored with you. They don't think you're special. You're not special. There's a billion other people who think they're special. And I know this maybe sounds like a cold fish, but I just have to be truthful. I have to be transparent here. Nobody cares about you. You have to make them care about you. So you have to do an autopsy. The only reason these people want to hire you is because they have a headache. You need to be Excedrin. You need to be their Tylenol that solves their headache. Does that make sense? That is literally the name of the game right there. If you can solve people's headaches, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to get promoted, whether you want to, advance a cause, nonprofit, a political campaign, any kind of campaign, you want to meet that woman, meet that man, start a relationship, start a family. You need to be a valuable asset. You need to demonstrate concretely, how are you going to solve my problems? You have to be the most unselfish individual in the room. The most unselfish individual in the room always wins. And it can't be slick. You can't be sneaky about it either. I mean, people can tell. People have natural BS detectors, as Ernest Hemingway once said. People have natural BS detectors in their system. They can tell when it's genuine or not. And if you're coming at them with this sense of promotional, your vibe kind of reeks of promotionality or self-promotion, you're in trouble. Hot tea, by the way, quick tip. My aunt, and I'm not a medical practitioner, so obviously trust your medical practitioners here. But a quick tip: my aunt is one of the top microbiologists in the country, and if you're looking what this thing is, what I know about this COVID thing, And I've been doing a lot of research on this. It's so funny because what's happening right now where everybody is, how's it coming in over there, by the way? Good to see you, RPM Nexus on YouTube. It's so great to see you, CK. Please share this out. Make sure you smash that smash button. And on LinkedIn, give me some reactions. Periscope, where you at? Twitch, where you at? Facebook, where you at? I'm not a medical practitioner, obviously, and I want you to consult your doctor, and I want you to consult, obviously your caregiver and GP. But what I've come to understand about this dreadful, dreadful affliction is that it's really a respiratory thing. And what it does is it clogs airways. It creates a lot of mucus. So hot liquids, drink a lot of hot liquids. I've been drinking a lot of tea. Boost your immune system, stay away from people, wash your hands. And when I meant this is funny or not funny or what have you, I've been doing what all the recommendations are right now for over 15 years. People used to think I was Howie Mandel. I would not touch doorknobs. I would open elevators with my foot. I haven't been sick. Knock on wood. I haven't had the flu in over 15 years. I mean, being a professor, I used to teach 10 classes a semester, before I really dove deep into my online business. This was years ago. I used to teach all over because teachers get paid jack, and adjunct professors more than anything get exploited. We are basically peasants in the scheme of things in the hierarchy. Right now, I teach at Chapman University and I teach at Laverne University and the business school at Cal State Fullerton, but my workload is very, very low. I'm teaching only a couple classes a semester, whereas before I was teaching 10, 15. So imagine this. They used to call us freeway flyers. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I don't want to make this about me. This is about you. This is about how I can help you. Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate it. Thank you, Jordan. So they used to call us freeway flyers. Now, what does that mean, freeway flyers? We used to drive from university to university. It was such a deplorable, abominable, 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 say that 5 times in a row, existence. It was just a dreadful, terrible existence. And we got taken advantage of all the time. And so, how did I keep from getting sick? I mean, universities, schools, administrations, those kinds of institutions are riddled. They're hotbeds for germs, right? And viruses. How did I do that? I'll tell you how I did that. How did I do that? Did I just freeze up? Oh, geez, I hope I didn't. Let me know how I'm coming through over there. Hey, let me know, CK. Is it coming through okay over there? At least I hope it is. Let me know on Facebook as well, please. So good to see you, RPM. Let me know how I'm coming through on LinkedIn too. Let me know in the chat if it's coming through okay. I would really appreciate that. So we would drive literally from university to university. The reason they call this freeway flyers is because we would go here's one university here. We had 2 classes there, 1 class at night. I would literally get up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning and wouldn't get home until 10 o'clock at night because I had morning classes, afternoon classes, eating on the go. It was extremely unhealthy. And so my point is I've learned how to really be cognizant of not touching my face because I can't get sick. I can't afford to get sick. And plus I deplore being sick. I hate being sick. So I'm always conscious. I used to carry Purell around with me all the time, drink warm lemon water. I used to carry a container of warm lemon water always with me, squeeze some lemon, make sure it's kind of a room temperature. Drink that on the regular. You will boost your vitamin C, boost your energy level, boost your immune system. It's absolutely monumental for your success. And I think this is going to really come in handy right now. Again, full disclosure, I am not a doctor. I am not a medical practitioner, but I've studied enough of this coming from the world that I come from that I know a thing or two about a thing or two. So anybody have any other questions? I'm happy to help. Thank you so much, CK. I appreciate that. Okay, CK says it's good here. Any other questions at all related to mindset and messaging? You notice how I start with mindset. I always start with mindset. And if you notice, I've got a couple of videos that are getting really, really good view velocity and getting traction right now, all based on anxiety and depression, because As a young man, those are my really two, I think, my two strongest strengths is understanding how this dude gets in your way and then using this dude right here, how to communicate, or in this dude right here, oral or written communications. Those are my two super strengths, I feel, amongst other things, but we won't go there. Humility, that's my strong suit. Can't you tell? Um, but it starts here. It starts up here, and I like to talk a lot about mindset. And I know this is kind of becoming an abused word, but I've been talking about self-awareness. I've been talking about discovering your purpose, discovering who you truly are for over 20 years, and it's so interrelated. You ask any successful person, any successful individual, group, committee, organization, what have you, it starts with how you view the world. It starts with how you view yourself, how you perceive things. Leadership is about perception. Most of us have a myopic perception. You need to perceive things in an objective way. You need to perceive things without taking things too personally, understanding what your audience, understanding what your customers, understanding what your clients, understanding what your coworkers, your staff, your personnel, your family, what makes them tick. That will make you a better communicator. It's literally just modern communications. That's it. Yes, CK, I am. I'm live on LinkedIn, Facebook, Periscope, Twitch, and YouTube. This is a pentacast because you know how I do. I don't mess around. Plus, I just honestly, really, just truthfully, I mean, it's Saturday for crying out loud. Nez never goes live on a Saturday, but under the circumstances, I felt that I truly felt that I had to. Um, this is something that I like to do on a weekly basis. It's a live AMA hashtag Ask Me Anything. I don't go live as much on my YouTube channel anymore. My channel mostly consists of career help, mindset help, personal branding help, helping you to create an online reputation, create an online presence that can help help you earn more, career advance, get more clients, get more leads, and really stress less. That's the whole point. And so anybody else have any other questions for me? I would love to answer any questions. It's so great to see you guys. And let me know how you're doing out there. Larry, you're doing a great job on LinkedIn. I love what you're doing on LinkedIn. In general, even kids go to school. It's acceptable to all kind of gyms, just like teacher. Yeah, very true. Bargain reviewer, RPM Nexus. Yeah, I'm on your page on LinkedIn, but don't see the stream. Yeah, you kind of have to go into my profile and then look at activity, and then you'll see it. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can make this featured on my featured section. I think I can. Okay, I just featured it on the top of my profile. So let me know if you go to my LinkedIn profile and then just scroll down. Daniel Alleghi, how are you? It's so good to see you. So good to see you. How are you, Danny? How is everything? Are you in Los Angeles right now, Danny? Let me know how you're doing. This stream is all about I also just kind of want to hang out with you guys and just say hello. My kids are home from school. My wife and I, we've been practicing social distancing, ever since. I mean, my wife was on top of this back in February. She kind of saw this coming. Kathy Fit on Periscope. So good to see you, Kathy Fit, part of the NYC video creator family. So good to see you. I hope I can join you guys on that stream. I would love to. So great to see you, Kathy. How are you? Yes, absolutely. Nez Nation in the house. Yeah. So good to see you there. We're doing an MMA. I almost said MMA. We're doing an AMA. So let me know how you're doing. How are things in Scandinavia, Daniel? How are things in Scandinavia? Let me know how you're doing. Please stay safe out there, guys. This is not a drill. This is not a joke. We are facing something that is historically maybe one of the greatest calamities that mankind's ever faced. And I'm not saying that lightly. That is not a hyperbole. We have all this modern technology, we have all these modern means, and yet this tiny little bug is kicking our butts. So we need to really, really be careful out there. I want to help, but more importantly, this, I call this an AMA, not an MMA, and Ask Me Anything, which you can ask me anything you want. Marcello, yes, go check out Marcello. Marcello's got some great content. He's doing fantastic. I'm so proud of you, Marcello. I just want to say a big shout out to Marcello. You're doing fantastic from Atlanta, Georgia. So good to see you. Please share this out because sharing is caring. It's good to see you, buddy. How are you doing over there? How is Atlanta these days? I hope you're doing really well. I hope you're staying safe. But yeah, mixed martial arts. Yeah, no, we're not doing mixed martial arts. Yeah. It's so funny. That's great. CK, make another video that will complement that one. Responds to comments. CK, what are you referring to? I'm sorry. Was that a question? Oh, Gauging Gadgets on YouTube. Good to see you. How do you capitalize off of a video that is going viral? Good question. So, if you have a video that's going viral, the best thing that you can do is to try to see what about that video. I don't believe in kind of manufacturing a kind of because viral videos sometimes really it's difficult to kind of replicate that and manufacture that. And the first thing I want to talk about, you see how I go the mindset always, is to have the mindset that be grateful, be totally appreciative, and just take a step back and really enjoy it first, but also get rid of any expectations that this is something that's going to happen over and over and over again, because it's and I'm just being realistic. I'm not trying to discourage you. It's very difficult to duplicate that. You can obviously, the best thing that I do, I've had a few videos, I wouldn't say viral, but I've had a few videos on my channel that are still to this day getting massive views and bringing a lot of revenue to my channel and bringing a lot of attention to my channel. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix my mic here. But look at your analytics. Look at your analytics. Look at where are people joining? How long are they watching? Where are they bouncing off? Where's the bounce rate? What is your CTR rate, your click-through rate? And respond to all of the comments. Respond to every comment. Find out what are people enjoying, what are people engaging the most about that video. And if you can create another video that compounds that, like for example, if everybody searches right now, I'll show you exactly what I did, Gauging Gadgets. So good to see you too. If you go to YouTube right now and search how to host a talk show, I earned the top spot for that. I've got the top ranking video, and it's kind of embarrassing because it was 3 years ago and I didn't have quite the craftsmanship that I have maybe now, especially with my live shows. But I've been streaming live on Periscope since it started 2015. So I've done over 1,000 broadcasts. So I felt that hosting a talk show was something I could speak about, was something that I had credibility in, because I've been doing talk shows, podcasts forever. And so I compounded that, or I complemented that video with another video similar to that one, which was, how to host a talk show, 3 essential mistakes to avoid. And now that video is ranked literally right underneath it. So if you want to capitalize on a viral video, first thing is just don't have the expectation that you're going to be able to manufacture that immediately, because it doesn't work that way. But the best thing that you can do to capitalize on a viral video, as far as I'm concerned, is to definitely make sure that you look at the analytics, dissect what the audience is reacting to, what is making that video viral, why is it viral, what is appealing about that video? Is it the topic? Is it the timing? Is it the cinematography? Is it the editing? Is it what, you really want to dissect, excuse me. I need some hot tea. You really need to dissect what is working with the audience. And then, so I was getting a lot. Thank you so much, Larry. Larry says your keynote talk at the MDM International show was great, and I listened to you and I'm creating content. That just makes me so happy, Larry. And I've been noticing, I've been watching. I also shared one of your awesome videos. I don't know if you ever got a chance to see that. I tagged you in it, Larry, but I'm so proud of you, man. Even if you didn't see it, it doesn't matter. I'm so proud of you, man. So make sure that you go check out Larry's channel. Larry's doing, and I call them channels now, guys. I call LinkedIn. It's not just, it's so funny. I mean, couple of years ago, before Microsoft bought LinkedIn for just a cool $26 billion, you never would have said that about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a content, it's a branding platform now. And it's been like this for 18 months. But now with LinkedIn Live, now with a lot of other things, it's just absolutely booming. And I've got a ton of, if you're looking, by the way, and this is not a plug, but this is just a way to help you. I'm not asking you to subscribe. I'm not asking you to buy anything. If you go to professornez.com/live streams, or if you go to my YouTube channel and you check out, I have a playlist all on LinkedIn branding. Go check that out. You'll see the presentation that Larry's talking about at the Medical Device Conference at the Anaheim Convention Center that I gave a presentation on LinkedIn personal branding. And you can check out and see how you can build your LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is it right now, y'all. LinkedIn is so powerful. And I've been building my business and brand on LinkedIn since 2006. And I'm so happy to see what Microsoft and Satya Nadella, who is a very underrated CEO, what he's been doing with LinkedIn. It's just been phenomenal. It literally has been phenomenal. Where are you at, RPM? Are you in? Oh, okay. So that's what you were talking about, right? CK, you were basically saying what I was saying. You were responding to Gauging Gadgets, correct? Okay, very good. So yeah, CK says, make another video that will complement that one. Respond to comments. Exactly. Top 2 videos. Yes. Gauging Gadget says, I'm worried if I post another video, the views will drop on this one. No, not at all. Not at all. That video, if anything, you'll get in suggested videos, because now YouTube, the algorithm recognizes that your video, your channel, which produced that video, has gained some credibility and is making people. Here's the thing. Everybody needs to understand this right now. Here's the thing. No, the CEO of LinkedIn didn't step down. It was Bill Gates. Bill Gates is off the board, I think. That's what's going on. But here's the thing. If you want to understand algorithm, and I've said this before, but I'm going to say it again, this is definitively everything that you need to know about algorithms on any platform, period. Who's ready to hear this? I want to see some emojis in the chat. I want to see some really, really unique, amazing, excited emojis in the chat right now. Who wants to learn everything? This to me is the most simplest. This is the most clear. I'm going to give you the ABC, the 1, 2, 3, the most effective advice you're ever going to get about algorithms on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, doesn't matter. This is going to be the definitive advice. Who's ready to hear that? I want to see who's ready. I want some emojis in the chat. Give me something cool. Explosion, smiley face, I don't know, briefcase, whatever. Give me some cool emojis in the chat, because I'm going to bust some serious knowledge right now. This is all. Sorry about that. Are we back? Whoops. I accidentally hit refresh. Let me know if we're back. Okay. It was so good that it blew up the platform. The advice was so good that it absolutely blew up the platform. Let me know if we're back. Are we back? At least I hope we're back. Okay. Are we back? Okay. Sorry about that. I accidentally refreshed my, okay, good. I'm so sorry. I got so excited I couldn't control myself. Okay, so who's ready? So here it is. Are you ready? I'm going to give you the best, okay? I'm going to give you the best advice ever on algorithms that you're ever going to get anywhere else. Because I know there's like 1.6 billion, I know there's like 1.6 billion other, videos all over the place on, YouTube this and YouTube that. And I know where they are. And here's the algorithm for this. And here's the algorithm for that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. Kathy Smith, good to see you on LinkedIn. So here it is. I'm going to give it to you right now. Okay. So here is the best advice on algorithms, period. if you want to learn, if you want your content to not be thwarted, to not be impeded, but to actually have the algorithm serve your content and boost your content, this is all you need to do. All you need to do is remember this, and you'll be right as rain forever. Create content that makes the viewer of that specific platform, the engager, the audience on that specific platform, stay there as long as possible. That's it. Now, how do you do that? Well, you got to dissect, again, going back to what I said earlier, you have to dissect what your audience wants on that specific platform. I know most of you guys don't have a presence on LinkedIn. I know most of you guys don't have a podcast. P.S. By the way, we have a podcast. It's right there. It's called the Personal Branding 101 live stream podcast. Go check it out right now on Twitter. I almost said Twitter, on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, everywhere. You got to go check it out. If you're listening on the podcast right now, thank you so much. Find out what is going to make your audience, your viewer, your engager, your whatever, whoever the audience is on any platform, what's going to make them stay the longest. YouTube is a business. LinkedIn is a business. Facebook is a business. They don't want you to send people away from their platform. So if all you're doing with your content is saying, go check out my website, go check out my sales page, go check out my landing page, go over here. I'm not saying you can't do that, but if that's all your content is doing, you're not going to be favored by the algorithm. If you create content, whether it's video, audio, visual, photographic, written content, whatever, if you create content that keeps them on the platform, the algorithm will go, aha, it looks like CK, it looks like Kathy Fit, it looks like Larry, it looks like Marcello. They're creating content that's keeping people on our site. We're going to boost his content. We're going to boost her content. We're going to put them more in suggested videos. We're going to put them in front of more eyeballs and earballs. Don't ever forget this, y'all. Hashtag, it's all about the eyeballs and earballs. It's about attention. Attention. It's all about attention. That's Algorithm 101. You don't need to ever watch another video debunking the algorithm, fixing, cracking the code on the algorithm. You don't have to watch any of that stuff. All you need to do is think about how to create content that keeps people on the platform, period. End of story. That's it. All these places are businesses, and they want you to keep the viewer, keep the audience, keep the member, keep the user glued to the platform. Instagram, same thing. Everything. It's all the same. So does that make sense? It's extremely, extremely important. Let me know if that makes sense. That's the algorithm. And so if you're creating content on LinkedIn, then find out what is working on LinkedIn and what's going to make people stay on LinkedIn. I create, and here's just some kind of basic advice, especially when it comes to video. I say video because video is let's just face it, I can't beat around the bush. Video is the most powerful. It's literally the most powerful form of content right now. Okay. And it's just going to get more and more powerful. And so the best way to do this on LinkedIn is, what I found is 1 to 4 minute videos do fantastic on LinkedIn with a large amount of contextual copy. You can't just post a video on LinkedIn and say bye-bye. It doesn't work that way. You have to post the video, but you have to have context. You have to have copy that actually gives a little bit of contextualization, gives people a little bit more information, relativity to that content. Why should I click on it? You gotta, this is the art and craft of communications 101. Facebook, you can get away with 5 to 6 minute videos. I do find that 1 to 3 minute videos do work well on Facebook. Instagram, 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, that's about it. But IGTV, I have found that 4 to 7 minute videos do really well on IGTV. On Twitter, definitely 120 seconds, 2 minutes. but videos do really, really well on Twitter. Twitter is an interesting dynamic because Twitter is a different kind of branding, in my opinion. What I've found that works really well is not posting helpful videos or helpful content. That should be a part of your strategy on Twitter, but Twitter is like the water cooler platform. This is where conversations take place. And if you pay attention to what people are talking about and you add some kind of value, you add a participatory, contributing conversation that adds to the conversation that actually, benefits people who are listening. That's a beautiful thing on Twitter. Twitter is probably, I would say, the least content branding or content marketing platform because a lot of people don't care about your content on Twitter. It's really where the conversation takes place. That's where you go hang out with people. That's where you go let people know a different side of your personality. It's just a great kind of it's just a great place to kind of show multi dimensions of your business, your brand, and show that you care in mostly text format. I think text tweets without any images or videos, in my opinion, do best on Twitter. I'm not saying Twitter video is not powerful. It is, but that seems to work best. And so I hope that really helps. I don't want to make it too much about the algorithm or anything like that, but that's going to help you with your brand big time. Are you Latino? I'm everything, Kathy. Are you kidding me? I'm Swahili. I'm Turkish. I'm born and bred in the U.S., but I've got a ton of stuff in me. I don't even know where to begin. I've got Native American. Holy macadamia nut. I got so much going on. It's ridiculous how much I got going on. I don't even know where it begins and where it ends. I feel like I got everything in me. A mutt doesn't even really cover it. Any other questions? Any other questions about mindset, about branding? Any other questions at all? Let me know in the chat. How are you doing, by the way? How is everything going with this craziness? How are you coping? Do you have any tips? Do you have any strategies that you want to share? Leave them in the comments below. But do you have any other questions? Do you have any questions from me? I'm going to be creating, and by the way, if you go into the description or if you go over to professornez.com/live streams, I've been kind of doing a lot more, and this is an example of paying attention to what's happening, paying attention to the conversations. I've been doing a lot more videos on video communications, working from home, working remotely, how to use Zoom. If you go check out professornez.com/live streams, this is all free content too. You don't have to put in an email address. You don't have to register. You don't have to sign up. I hate when people do that. I'm not saying I'm not against that. Obviously, I know what they're doing. But if you're going to tell me you have free content, don't make me have to put something in there. Don't make me have to, register and fill out this 2-page, survey or whatever. I'm not going to do that. Again, I'm not judging anybody who does that. I know why they're doing it. And hey, all the power to you. If it works, business as usual. I have different ways of creating email lists and things like that. But all this stuff is free. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just click and watch or click and check it out. So go check that out if you're interested. And let me know what other stuff you'd like to see me create too. I come back and respond to all the comments, and especially if you're on YouTube, if you're watching this on the replay or LinkedIn, watching this on the replay or anywhere, leave some comments below. Let me know, hey, Nez, can you do more videos on how to, work at home, how working remotely? What are some tools? What are some tips? Hey, Nez, can you do some more videos on mindset, on how to mentally stay fortified and prepared for what's to come? Are we going to, it's probably more realistic that we're definitely going to be having this sort of lockdown, if you will. It's probably more realistic to think that we're going to be having this lockdown for maybe weeks, months to come. And I think we're going to be all right. I truly believe that there is some beauty to come out of this. And I know that's not a popular opinion, but I think that there's something really beautiful that's going to happen. I think I'm a big believer that through tragedy, through chaos, there's a lot more good that can be gleaned from it than people originally kind of interpret or see or perceive. And so I'm really open-minded. I'm trying to be as flexible and malleable as I can. Adaptation is key right now, y'all. Try to be more flexible. Try to look at this with a different pair of eyes. Try to find the positivity. Try to find the good. It's there. Trust me, it's there. Maybe we all needed to hit that giant pause button in our lives. Just reflect a little bit, look around, pay attention to our kids, pay attention to our family, pay attention to relationships that have maybe gone lost through the highways and byways of life and through the years. I truly believe that this is going to be a really new cultural renaissance. I'm not saying that it's a good thing that people are getting sick. Definitely not. It's not a good thing that this happened, but I'm trying to make the best of it, and I'm trying to look at it with a different pair of eyes. And I'm a big believer in that things happen for a reason, not in any sort of woo-woo kind of way, but in a very practical kind of way, a very down-to-earth, anchored in reality kind of way. And if you've been paying attention to my channel and brand, I talk about this all the time. It's not the thing that happens. That's a lot of that stuff is out of our control, but how you interpret, how you look at it, how you perceive it is 1,000,000,000% your sovereignty that is in your control. So SH, will happen. Will happen. I don't want to say it. Will happen. That's pain happens. Pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. The difference is, how do you interpret that pain? You cannot get away with pain with not having pain as a human being. It's going to happen time and time again. Most of us are adults here. We already know this. Suffering is a choice. What do I mean by this? It's how you interpret that pain. It's how you interpret that adversity. I hope that makes sense. CK says, I went live on Facebook last night for the first time, went live to YouTube and Facebook. I've done 149 streams on YouTube, but I got 10 times more people on Facebook. Now, did you go live? Did you go live to your business page on Facebook, or did you go live on your personal profile on Facebook? Because I have found, hey, good to see you, Leonard Mukasi. LM in the house. Good to see you. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm probably not saying that right. Leonard, it's good to see you. Fantastic. Thank you for being here. If you have any other questions for me, let me know. Is that Patty Broussard? Oh my God. If there's ever a time that we need artists, if there's ever a time that we need beautiful musicians, Patty Broussard, go check out her channel. She is an amazing musician, amazing soul. It's so good to see you, Patty. Thank you so much for being here. This is a live AMA. Mostly, I just wanted to kind of get on here and just say hello. But this is a weekly show that I've been usually doing on LinkedIn. Obviously, based on the kind of circumstances, I've been doing this a lot more. I've been doing this a lot more expansively on my YouTube channel and other places as well, Periscope and my Twitch page and my Facebook business page. So great to see you. So great to see you. So CK says, yes, I went live on my brand new 2-week-old business page, and you've been getting 10 times more engagement. That's awesome. I'm really proud of you, man. That's great. That's really, really great. Yeah, I mean, it's been really interesting in the last couple of days, maybe 4 or 5, 6 days. And I know you guys watch Nimen's live. I've been checking out a lot of live, and there's even been some kind of reports that because there's so much congestion, I've never, ever had, I've gone through, most of you guys know, being a live streamer, being a podcast host, and just being a content creator, technical issues will arise time and time and time and time again. And I've gone through pretty much everyone that you can imagine, being a live streamer for over 5+ years on social media. But I know that, I've put in kind of safeguards in place. I've fortified my kind of command center, and I was experiencing congestion. I was experiencing delays. I was experiencing lag. I'm hardwired and I've got very, very fast internet. I was experiencing delays time and time again on my last stream. I was so close to even deleting it, but I thought that there was still some value there. I didn't delete the video. It's on my channel if you want to go check it out. And I think there's still a lot of helpful stuff on there. But yeah, it's just a really interesting. I mean, everybody's online right now. I mean, what I was going to say was, I can't remember if it was the government or who suggested this. Maybe it was the FCC. I don't know. Suggested that gamers stream at quote unquote reasonable times because it's causing so much congestion. It's causing such a disruption with all the ISPs and all the routers and signals. I mean, that's unprecedented. That's insanity. It's just absolute insanity. Maybe that's what that guy was talking about earlier, huh, Jordan? Saying don't go live anymore. Maybe, maybe. I mean, I hope that this is valuable. I hope that you got a lot out of this. Again, my only aim is to help. My only aim is to serve. If you're struggling right now, if you're having a hard time working remotely, working from home, I've got so much content. I've got so much that I've created over the years that will help you. It's all free. Again, just look at the ticket taper below. Go check out professornez.com/live streams. And if you want to work with me, I do have an agency, a personal branding agency, where we help with, career coaching, personal branding, strategy, mindset coaching, online business coaching. If you need help with that, you can always go check out professornez.com. And I'm happy to help. There's the website right there, professornez.com. I'm happy to help in any way, shape, or form that I can. I've also got some great tools. I use Zoom. Zoom is my number one platform for my client meetings, for my team meetings, for a lot of colleagues, collaborations. It's fantastic for my online classes. Right now, all my classes are online that I'm teaching. I'm teaching several business courses at Chapman University. They're all online, and Laverne University. And I use Zoom for those meetings as well. So I have some great links, how to sign up, how to download, how to create a Zoom. It's all free. Go check out professornez.com/Zoom. And there's a lot of great stuff there. Yes, it's so great to see you, Patty. Anybody else have any other questions for me, or let me know how you're doing? Let me know how you're coping. Any tips and strategies that could help our online community? It means so much to me that you guys are here. It's so great to see you guys, and I'm going to be going live probably a lot more. Hopefully I'll be, my appearance will be a little bit better next time. But I had to go live. I felt the inclination. I've got to go. We're going to go, I think my family and we're going to kind of take a little small isolated bike ride. Just kind of, we go around in our neighborhood, and then come back. No large gatherings. Please, please practice social distancing. We need to flatten the curve. The line is going like this, and we need to flatten the curve. It is essential to all of us. It is essential to all of us. Practice good hygiene. Practice washing your hands regularly. Practice all the tips, strategies, and best practices for social distancing. Please, 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 I beg you. It's going to help. We may not see immediate results, but from the medical authorities that I've researched and I've been listening to, the results and the fruits of our labor will come, and they will show. So please, 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 by all means, make sure that you practice those social distancing tips and strategies. It's essential. It's essential for us right now. This has gotten out of control. So if anybody, if anybody has any other questions, again, I just want to kind of reiterate what this show is all about and how it's something that I've been doing regularly, and I want to continue to do this regularly. I want to continue to be as much help as possible. Just let me know. Let me know in the comments what you'd like to see more from me. Personal branding coach, executive career coach, online business owner, business communications professor. I'm here to help. I want to help as much as possible. And if you just want to hang out, I'm probably going to do more of these kind of hangouts too, because it's just nice to see the family, the Nez Nation family. And I'll probably be leaving links, to where people can jump on and hop on. So be prepared, y'all. If you want to jump in on the stream and you want to join me, hang out and chat with Nez, talk about whatever, talk about what you're going through and how you're coping, and maybe talk about branding and business and content creation and all that good stuff. I'm going to be doing a lot more of these, so stay tuned. You want to make sure that you hit subscribe on YouTube. You want to make sure that you follow the hashtag and follow me on LinkedIn. I'm Professor Nez everywhere. So if you just Google Professor Nez, you'll see all my social channels. You'll see everything that I'm doing. Uh, Lysol is the new perfume. That's right. That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? It's crazy, Kathy. Hey, Gord, good to see you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, Kathy. I mean, I'm finding out more and more people are getting it. And I mean, it's according to the numbers, according to the curve, and according to the trajectory, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But these practices that we're putting in place, we have to be very diligent and vigilant about, really being conscious of where you're touching, where you're going. I know it seems absurd. I know it's difficult. I know it's hard, but it is absolutely essential that you do not go anywhere for a while unless it's absolutely necessary. Obviously, medical and food and things like that, those are necessary. But this, when you see these things like these spring breakers and people who are just completely dismissive of how calamitous this pandemic is, it just blows my mind, and you're really hurting all of our chances. I think we're going to get through this. I think we're going to get through this fine. We're going to be absolutely okay on the back end of this. I think there's a lot of good that's going to come out of this. I think a lot of beauty is going to come out of this. Who knows? Maybe even a renaissance. I was talking to my wife about this. Maybe a new renaissance, a cultural transformation, maybe some new art, some new thinkers, new philosophers, some beautiful ways of looking at the world and sharing, and new inspirers. I pride myself on being somebody who can inspire. I want to inspire. I've said this before. I don't really call myself a teacher, even though I've been a business communications professor, literature professor for over 20 years. I don't like to teach. I like to inspire, because when you teach someone, it usually goes in one ear and out the other. Gone. But when you inspire someone, it lasts a lifetime. You'll never forget somebody who inspires you. Like my one of my favorite authors, Dr. Maya Angelou, who passed recently, once said, "People may not remember. People may not remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel." And so, hopefully, you're making other people feel a little more inspired, a little bit more inclusive, a little less divided, a little more human. That's what the mission statement of this Nez Nation brand is all about. This channel, this community, bringing more humanness to this digitalness. It is absolutely essential. I love you guys. Please stay safe. Please, please, please be good to one another. Please be human to one another. Be humble, be malleable, be flexible. And we're going to get through this. Larry says other tips: email ads, SEO, and traditional phone calls. Ooh, I love that, Larry. Yes. Larry, hopefully you've followed my LinkedIn profile page. Just hit the follow button, and you've subscribed to the Nez Nation hashtag. That would mean a lot to me. And the next time we do this, I am definitely going to, hopefully you can come on and ask those questions, because I would actually love to answer those questions, especially traditional phone calls. I mean, we're talking prospective clients, sales calls. I'm a master of those. I mean, I close 90%, if not higher, of my phone calls if I get on a phone with a prospective client, and I will share some amazing tips on how to do that. Patty Broussard, I think so too. It will open our eyes to how we treat each other. Yes. Nature is healing. It's funny. I mean, I don't believe in this, but because I don't believe that there's this, you kind of personify nature as a human being, but a lot of people are saying this is kind of nature's way of revenge, because this disease and many diseases come from these wet markets in China. And so, and it's just the abuse of the animals and the abuse of these poor creatures and bringing these creatures from different habitats that would never otherwise be in the same habitat. I hope to God that gets addressed more than anything. People like to focus on kind of divisiveness and biases and prejudices and things like that. But we need to identify where the problem is and how the problem persisted and how it was the catalyst for disrupting all of our lives. Again, I'm a big believer in things happen for a reason, and not in a woo-woo way, but in a very practical, down-to-earth kind of way. But we need to address these things practically too. We need to look at the problem and try to fix it so this doesn't happen again, because the next one is liable to be worse. I don't think the next one's going to be better or cuter or sweeter. The next pandemic, God forbid, knock on wood, will probably potentially be a lot worse. So I'm hoping to God that we can address this and really come together as a human planet and help each other to fix these things and make sure that there's things in place that will safeguard us in the future and our kids, more importantly. Yes, less pollution. Absolutely. No, I know that's what you meant. Yeah. Yeah, I know that's what you meant, Patty. Fantastic. Yeah, no, I love that. Okay, guys. Well, hey, please make sure that you go check out some more helpful tips and videos that I have. And let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what's on your mind, how you're doing. Always feel free to reach out to me if you need anything. Always feel free to message me, DM me, email me. My email, or just leave it in the comments. My email is nez@professornez.com. So if you ever want to message me, or if you ever want to chat, if there's anything I can help you with at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Okay, I really want to be as accessible as possible. Obviously, I have my family home, and I have my business that I'm still running. I have my courses that I'm still running. But and if I don't get back to you right away, please forgive me. But I want to be as helpful as possible. So just let me know if there's anything I can do to help. If there's anything I can do to be a part of the solution, not a part of the problem. I love you guys. I love you guys. Take care of yourself. Be good. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys.